Cock-a-doodle-doo.
What you got there?
This is McDonald's. It's a Big Mac, filet-o-fish, Sprite.
In the bag, bro, on your feet.
Oh, these are the bred Jordan 1s.
Oh, those are the ones from The Last Dance. I remember I saw them.
Yeah.
Play you for them.
What do I get in return?
These.
Alright, behind the back.
Behind the backboard? The with it.
Off your head, off the ground, off the backboard, swish.
Alright, from here.
Off the car, off the trailer, off your head again, nothing but net.
Laying on my car, backwards, no look at the camera.
Viral TikTok dance, throw it off this backboard all the way to the other hoop, swish, nothing but net.
Post for an album cover. One-handed alley-oop to myself on the other side.
Right-handed layup off the backboard. I won, good job. I'm keeping my shoes and I get your shoes too, so catch you around.
Damn, really wanted those shoes. Yo, what you got there?
Big Mac, filet-o-fish, and fries.
No, not in the bag, not in the bag. Your shoes, bro, your shoes.
Oh, these? These are Michael Jordan 1.
Oh, I think I seen those on The Last Dance, yo. I'll play you for them.
What do I get?
These.
Alright. Through the legs, off the backboard.
Hold on. So if you've been watching The Last Dance, you guys would know that Michael Jordan's teammates snorted cocaine in the 80s. But you'd also know Phil Jackson did acid. Let's get into the video. So this is the classic bred colorway of the Jordan 1s. If you didn't know, bred equals black and red. Of course, not regular bread, not white bread, because you know, can't be eating no carbs, baby. Now these were the Jordans that were banned by the NBA. Well, Jordan was fined $5,000 every time he wore these shoes because the NBA had rules in place where they were very strict in their uniforms. You had to wear shoes that matches your uniform's colors, and last time I checked, Bulls wear this color, but you also have to wear shoes that matches your teammates' shoes. It's not Jordan's fault all his teammates were coked up wearing Converses while being coked up. Did I mention Michael Jordan's teammates were cokeheads? Don't do drugs, kids. Sniff shoes instead. That for real smelled. But anyways, the main difference between these Jordans and the ones he wore in '84 was they didn't have the wing logo. It actually just said Air Jordan right there. This specific pair was retroed in 2016, but it's hella dirty. It looks like it's been through the trenches, so shoot, it could have been from '84. Jordan 1s are the only retros to sport the Nike swoosh besides the Jordan 31, but who cares about those? Of course, if you know, these are very similar to the silhouette of the Nike Dunks. But of course, the main difference is that the Jordan 1s were designed for Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and the Nike Dunks were designed for college teams. In addition, the Air Jordan had their new technology Nike Air in there, hence the name Air Jordan. If you watched The Last Dance, you would know that, and you'd also know that Michael Jordan's teammates did cocaine in the 80s. But also the Nike Dunks, albeit looking like the Air Jordan 1, they did not have Nike Air technology in the Nike Dunk. Also, pro tip, when buying Jordan 1s, make sure that you get the Jordan 1s with the Nike Air on the tongue. Because they released hella Jordan 1s, I don't want want you getting the whack ones. The ones with the Nike Air on the tongue are usually the OG colorways and just the cleaner looking colorways too. Don't do mids or lows, just stick with the high tops. That's me personally, but you know, you can do whatever you want, but no, F that. Do what I say, get the highs. Looks in the initial thoughts rating of the banned Air Jordan 1s from The Last Dance, 10 out of 10. Now, a lot of people are only wearing Jordan 1s now because it's the cool thing to do now and, you know, fashion, but the fact that these shoes withstood time and what it means to the sneaker culture and basketball culture, it's gotta be 10 out of 10. It's also one of the best looking shoes of all time. So lesson to the sneaker companies today, keep things simple. Moving on to the size and comfort. The Jordan 1s fit true to size, titties. When getting a new pair, the leather does need to be broken in, so it does feel kind of snug. So if you watch The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan Bulls documentary, you would know MJ's teammates did call. MJ re-wore the Jordan 1s in 1998 when he played his presumed last game in Madison Square Garden, but then, you know, he came back with the Wizards, but that's like Tom Brady on the Buccaneers. Nobody remembers it. Although Michael Jordan on the Wizards was low-key swag. My bad, you know, kids, swag is drip. Kids don't be saying swag no more. He be dripping. But anyways, MJ wore the Jordan 1s in Madison Square Garden and his feet were bleeding after the game. Now, there are reports that Jordan's foot actually grew in size. You know what big feet mean. Big socks. But it also could be the fact that Jordan 1s just weren't suitable to play in anymore. Because you know MJ did bulk up after the Pistons series in the early 90s. Maybe he was too hefty for the Jordan 1s. Like Zion Williamson, team thick. He should have went a half size to full size bigger in his shoes. I usually go a half size to full size bigger in my hoop shoes. One, because I got wide feet. Two, shoes that fit true to size and snug hurt my feet when playing ball in them. And basketball socks tend to be a little bit thicker, team thick. I need more space in the shoe for comfort. And you know, like Michael Jordan, so I don't bleed. Stupid. Obviously, Jordan 1s, when wearing it, feels very flat and you feel close to the ground. But in turn, you can feel the Nike Air. It's very plushy. If you've ever put your foot inside a pair of Jordan 1s, you know what I'm talking about. Rating 7.6 out of 10. Obviously, not the best basketball shoe there is right now, but for other purposes, it's pretty comfortable. Moving on to the traction, it's the classic Jordan 1 traction pattern. Of course, you got the grid at the bottom for stop and go play. Curved sections in the balls of your feet. Balls. And then curves. No, I gotta grow up. Curve sections in the forefoot as well for pivoting. You know Michael Jordan's footwork is one of the best of all time. Kids, work on your footwork. Stop with the through the leg stuff, you know, trying to mix people. If you work on your footwork, all that will come, trust. Plus, yo, crushing the stands not gonna watch you do all those through the leg stuff. Besides, they talking to Josh from Algebra 3 anyways, you know what I mean? Focus on your game, man. Think about girls later. Honestly, everywhere I go when wearing Jordan 1s, and I'm not talking about playing basketball, I'm just talking about going to the store, getting coffee, you know, social distancing. The shoes always find a way to make the squeaky noise whenever I walk. Maybe I need to lift my feet up more, but it always does make the squeaky noise, so it definitely does on the basketball court. Traction rating 8.4 out of 10. It's simple, but works. Moving on to the materials, of course, Nike's new technology at the time was Nike Air. They put that in this shoe and it's fleshy and it's smooth is the best way to put it. The rest of the The rest of the shoe in the upper is consisted of a nice leather. Jordan 1s, they just feel good on your feet. I don't know what it is, but of course you need to break them in first. Not much cushion around the shoe besides the bottom, but you know, preferably I like that. Materials rating 8 out of 10. What more could you want in 1984 besides, you know, Back to the Future? But then Back to the Future, technically those shoes were in the future. Forget everything I just said. Moving on to the support and lockdown. It's a very nice shoe support wise, being a shoe from the 1980s. I know most of the people watching this didn't grow up in the 1980s. If you did, what's up, man? We old, man. Come on, man. I wasn't born in the 80s, but you know, I consider myself old like you guys. I mean, I'm not calling you guys old, I'm calling myself old. But technically, if I call myself old, that makes you guys old too. But you're not old, guys. Yeah. But anyways, being a high top, lockdown of course is really good too. Rating 6.7 out of 10. Moving on to the price. So when these first released in 1984, they released for $65. OG pairs now can go over $4,000. Of course, as soon as you put them on, they break, so you can't really wear them. You just put them on display. You know, you spend that much money just to hang up in the shelves and tell people that you got an OG pair of Jordans. But actually, if you watch The Last Dance, yes, his teammates in the 80s did cocaine, but you would also know Nike, when they signed Michael Jordan, they did not expect to sell that many pairs. They were hoping to make 3 million in sales. I believe they made over 100 million sales. But over the years, the Jordan 1 has been one of the cheaper, if not the cheapest retros to release. This specific pair of the bred Jordan 1s, the band from 2016, was $160. You could get them resale now for around $500 and up. Lesson learned, if you want a Jordan that will retain resale value, get an OG colorway, a bred colorway. They'll always have high values. Overall, if you watch The Last Dance, if there's one thing you get out of this video, I want you to know Michael Jordan led his team to the playoffs in his rookie year when all his teammates were coked up and smoking cigarettes and seducing women. MJ's really the GOAT. But say it with me now. All his teammates did cocaine. But also, if you know him, MJ wanted to sign with Adidas. Could you imagine how different the world would be if Michael Jordan signed with Adidas? Hey, those are new Jordans?
Hey, man.
Dope. And actually, after the Jordan 2, Michael Jordan wanted to leave Nike for Adidas. And then Tinker Hatfield designed the Jordan 3 and the rest is history. Yo, those the new Jordans?
Yeah, man.
Dope. These are one of, if not the most classic shoe of all time. Even now with modern interpretations of the shoes, you got the Travis Scott ones, the off-white ones. But because of the culture, and I love basketball and the history so much, I choose an OG colorway like the Breds over those newer pairs any day. But that's just me. And you can still hoop in the Jordan 1s. It's not the most comfortable, but it's manageable. Obviously not the 1984 OG pairs because those will crumble on you. If you watched my video where I played in the first basketball shoes ever, watch that video if you haven't, you would know what people and players had to deal with back then, what shoes they had to play with. So, you know, stop complaining on the shoes today. It doesn't have Nike Air, it doesn't have Nike Zoom, it doesn't have Boost, my pussy hurt. Stop complaining and just play basketball. Overall rating of the Jordan 1s, 8.1 out of 10. I'm trying to be more strict with my ratings. You know, that's a high ass rating. One of the best shoes of all time, in my opinion. Speaking of GOATs, Michael Jordan's better than LeBron. What is up, everybody? That concludes the video. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think of The Last Dance, man. It's been pretty good. I thought the first few episodes were kind of slow, but it's definitely picking up now. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the shoes. Would you hoop in these, or would you just wear them, you know, just to chill in quarantine or whatever you're doing? Remember to like, comment, subscribe, watch my other videos up there and down there. Until next time, we out. Peace.